So the day is finally upon us. We're actually going to set this gorgeous carnelian in Alexis's ring. So I'm sure you have been paying close attention to all the things that I've been telling you all week that you have to do when you set. We're going to keep our elbow up, so we're at a nice 45-degree angle. We're using, oh, look, this beautiful setting tool, the bezel roller, tool number 1 in the master setting tool set. And we're gonna work the corners first. That's really stones that have these sharp corners. That's what it's all about. If you delay it and don't eat your lima beans right away, that's when you have a lot of problems. If you set your corners first, everything will be mwah. Okay, so I'm just gonna start a little bit. I like to stand up because I am short and I feel like I get a lot more leverage that way because I can just sort of lean in a little bit with my shoulder and get all the force I need. So, looks so good. Okay, so I'm just gonna pick a corner to start at, because what we're gonna do essentially is we're gonna pick a corner, we're gonna get this pretty much tight, and then we'll go to the corner across from it, and then we'll do the other two, and then we finish off whatever's left, okay? So normally when I'm setting a corner though, you're not gonna truly put the setting tool like totally straight on the corner because I wanna maintain that shape. So normally what I'm doing, if you can see it, is I just, my tool, hopefully you can just get a really good view of that, where you're just like a hair off dead center of the point and you just press in and push out because you're getting rid of that extra space. I mean, that's really how I think about it, is like you're sweeping it away. Okay, and then I go to the other side, you see, right like that. Press in and just roll it away, and then just take a look at that corner. I mean, I'll probably, you know, do it a couple more times, but that's what you're trying to do, is immediately get any extra space the hell out of that corner. Okay, take it, press in, roll it out, press in, roll it out. Maybe I'll do one more set of that, but then basically you see there's no space in there anymore. Press in, roll it out, sing a little song, press in, roll it out. Okay, now that I don't see any space there anymore, I'm just gonna go to the corner across from it. So I'll demo that too, but basically we're doing the same exact thing each time. Flip it around, which is why I love using the engraving ball. Okay. Press in, roll it out. It does sound a little bit like a fitness video. Press in, roll it out. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this over to you, Alexis, because I want you to press in, roll it out. And then we're gonna move to the other two corners. And then once all four corners really have no extra space in them, then we'll just work on the little spaces in between and get them, you know, closed in, okay? Just for a little action shot, here's Alexis working on setting her stone. So she's on her third corner now. We could do it like a golf thing, you know, where you're like, and now she's spinning the bezel. She's lining up, she's getting ready to press. Although I want to yell like Gola, but that's not right for golf. Okay.
That's a different sport.
That is a different sport. So we'll come back to this in a minute. So you can see, just for a little progress report, Alexis has done 3 of her corners, which fit very nicely. And then she's going to work on this one right here. And then once this corner is done, then we'll work on the sort of slightly curved sections in between the corners. So she's doing beautifully. So Alexis has done a lovely job. She's done all 4 corners. And what we were just discussing was, you know, after you get that last corner, just like take a quick look at the other ones that you've done and double check that they haven't kind of loosened up a little bit. It's not so much of that extra space is going to totally like roll back to them. But I feel like before I go on to the sides or the other curves, I want to really be 100% sure like all those corners look nice and tight before we commit and jump over, because the tighter they are, the easier everything else is, you know, like your life is all like sunshine and buttercups, you know what I mean? So there was one where I was like, oh, let's just, you know, roll that a little bit more. Maybe I'll do that. It looks pretty close, but you know, put that there and roll it a little. And put this right here and roll it a little. But yeah, if you look at these four corners now, they look really nice and tight. It's not so much that like they're completely done, we can stop setting, but there's just not extra space in there. So that means we can work in here. I'll just show you. You know, so I'll move this a little further out, press. Because you see what I mean? Like how little it really takes when you do it this way. And I'm gonna then do the other side. And I mean, of course, we'll do any final, you know, checks on everything, but you'll be surprised if you use this method that it'll go quicker than you think. Quicker than you think it will. Okay, so let me just demo this side too so you can see. So instead of doing right on the corner, I'm just moving a little further out. You know, and I press in, and I rock it a little. From the other side, same thing, press in, and rock it a little bit. Okay, so I'll give this back to you so you can do the same thing. So Alexis has done a lovely job, and there's basically, you know, tiny spaces, but it's like almost done. And a lot of times when you have a bulbous shape like this, we're gonna wanna do that two-handed hammering technique to really, cause like I can still feel, you know, there's a little bit of movement there. But if you look at the edge, I mean, it's, you know, really pretty close. It looks good. So this is the point where I would go to what I call like stage 2. We're gonna bring the angle of the tool way up. Where did our tool go? Oh, here we go. And I'm gonna do this thing I've showed you guys before where I put it in my left hand and I'm resting the tool about midway on my pinky, like so, because then I'm gonna rest it right on here, like so. And you notice I'm not hitting it very hard, but it's really just about that difference in leverage and that high angle and the tapping. It'll, because also just look at what the side I just did and look how much tighter that is already. Because actually, you don't even feel it wiggling now, just that I did that one side. But of course, I'm gonna have Alexis go around the whole thing. But that's really helpful for that last, like, that little like last tightening that really holds everything in place. Okay, so I'm gonna give it to Alexis. So we've done the two-handed hammering technique. We've got no spaces. We've got no wiggle. So take a look. It looks basically fucking fantastic. The only thing left is we can burnish it or we can use a Swifty wheel to polish it. But really that's all we have to do is a little bit of a polish right at the top to get like a consistent shine. But I mean, there's just practically nothing left. I'm very proud of Alexis, by the way, just so you know, because it's like she made her bezel to fit really beautifully and everything. And to get these really nice corners like this, it's not easy. And it's a combination of getting the bezel to really fit the stone well and the setting technique that I demonstrated. But you know, that's what's going to give you that beautiful shape, which is not easy to get.
Thanks for your help tonight.
My pleasure. But so basically now you can decide, you can burnish it a little bit, you can probably, you know, whatever it is you want to do. Once we get the top, like the shines all the way we want it, then we'll heat up some water and we'll put this down in there and we'll start getting rid of the jet set. And then we can do like a final polish on the ring, you know, any little touch-ups, any whatever. But then from that point on, it's just like a triumphant spin around the room, you know what I mean? You just show off your fancy new ring. So we're gonna use the steel burnisher first, and then maybe we'll use a polishing wheel. I mean, I feel like when I'm cleaning up a setting, you know, each stone's a little different, every setting's a little bit different, the kind of shine you want is a little bit different. So I usually make these decisions like as I go. I'll like burnish it and then be like, oh, maybe I'll go to the wheel, or maybe I don't like that and I want something else. It's very subjective, in other words, polishing. So there's not really like this is the right way to finish it. Just you finish it until it looks good and you feel happy about it. So with this, that's all I would really do. And I like to do that peeling a carrot kind of thing. So again, tools in the palm of my hand, 4 fingers right on top. And I can just take this. You see what I mean? How that just smooths it out? Because it also shines up that tiny, tiny edge that's like right next to the stone. Which again, you can use a polishing wheel for that too. You can use a Swifty, not just any polishing wheel, because remember everybody, if you use something too abrasive, it'll take the shine off your stone and you'll be super pissed, and you don't want that. Okay, so I would just say go around. And you've got a really thin edge, which is beautiful and nice. So it's up to you. Like if we polish, it'll widen it, you know, just a tiny bit. So burnish it first and just see what it looks like and see how you feel about it. And there you have it. You can see Alexis is pretty much done burnishing. We've got a little shiny edge there. She'll probably just do just a little bit more. And then we'll be able to take our jet set out.